Right now at 5, two big stories. The first we broke this afternoon, a shooting inside the gallery at Military Circle.
Also, reaction to a story we first brought you last night. Same-sex marriage in Virginia ruled unconstitutional.
And that's the ban on same-sex marriage. We begin with a call that came in just after 1 p.m. about a fight and gunfire inside the gallery at Military Circle.
That's the mall on Military Highway in Norfolk. 10 on your side's Jason Marks was at the scene not long after a man was shot. And Jason, you tweeted pictures of a lot of police activity you witnessed.
Yeah, absolutely, Nicole. I mean, it was very odd to see a crime scene inside the mall. As you can imagine, there were a lot of people doing Valentine's Day shopping. So when those gunshots went off, it was a very chaotic scene. People just doing what they could to avoid those bullets. I talked with one witness who told me it seemed like forever before help could arrive.
It was just a melee, different people fighting.
According to witnesses, the fighting started inside Victoria's Secret in Military Circle Mall. Two large groups of young men brawling with each other. That's when someone pulled out a gun and started firing.
We heard gunshots, and we all had to go to the back of the store to exit.
Witnesses say the man was shot in the upper leg. Even as people were running to his aid, the punches were still being tossed. Alex Ramirez was right there.
I jumped in there, took his pants off because we couldn't see where the blood was coming from, and found where the bullet hole was at. And there was a Navy guy that was applying pressure to where the gunshot was at. And I helped him and took my belt off and put a tourniquet on his leg.
Officers arrived shortly after and taped up the hallway where the shooting took place. Several people were taken away in handcuffs, and all of this is happening as the mall stayed open.
You know, unfortunately, there was a lot of young ladies with young children, which that was probably the worst part about it.
Maisha Rivera was one of those mothers.
Traumatizing. As you can see, I had my 3 kids here, and they ran to the floor and they were crying. You know, it was very traumatizing for my family as well.
At the time of the shooting, the mall was full of shoppers who were just thankful to get out unhurt.
This is just crazy. Like, it's really crazy. I mean, people can't even go in the mall and shop.
And as we mentioned, only a portion of the mall was closed down as police were doing their investigation. They're now gone, so all the mall is back open. We're told the victim in the case was taken to the hospital. He should be okay. As far as suspects go, police have several suspects in custody. I did ask them if they believe they have the trigger man in custody, and they said yes. That's the latest here in Norfolk. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.
And we have team coverage of this breaking news.
Let's go now to Ava Hurdle live with reaction from shoppers. Ava, it must have been scary for them.
We caught up with shoppers leaving the mall, and we can tell you we saw them clutching Valentine's Day gifts, visibly shaken over the shooting inside the mall. Now, police quickly swarmed the mall area after getting called about a man shot inside. Unbelievable, some shoppers said. Others feared for their safety. Still others are left to wonder why.
It's just a crime shame. Broad daylight, and people just don't care what goes on these days. That's all I have to say about it.
I feel like us as African Americans, we could do better than that, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not really sure what happened, but I feel like, you know, it's a situation that could have been handled differently.
Now, that shopper told us she felt ashamed as she saw people being led away in handcuffs by police. We're live in Norfolk. Ava Hurdle, 10 on your side.